So now that she's done with hers, it's time for me to show you my favorite gemstone. Hey everybody, so today I'm here with my beautiful wife. She's very shy, but she's also very beautiful, so she don't need to be. But we figured today we'd mix it up a little bit and show you 5 of our favorite stones each. So we made sure we didn't grab the same stones, at least. We also have our dog here, Ranger. What we're gonna do is we're gonna show you our favorite stones from 5 to 1, and tell you kind of why they've become our favorite stones. So, do you want to start? Would you like me to start?
You can start.
I can start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, my 5th favorite stone is sodalite. I'm a huge fan of sodalite. I'm not really too much of a blue fan, but the sodalite here, just when I first looked at it, I was like, the blues and whites, it reminded me of Pepsi, which my grandfather retired from the company, so I don't know. Now I just call it the Pepsi stone when we're not around people. But yeah, so this is my 5th favorite stone. I love the way it cuts. I love the way it polishes up. Some of it's got chatoyance in it, which is really cool. It's whenever it's got a sub-flash beneath the surface. It's just all around cool stone. I love deep blue in it, even though, granted, I'm not much of a blue fan. And then the white streaks through it just looks so cool. So yeah, this is my 5th favorite stone.
See, I really didn't think about
In order. You just picked the favorite ones.
I just picked 5 of my favorites. I have no idea. I think my 5th would have to be kyanite.
Kyanite.
I don't know a lot about it.
We don't know a lot about stones, period.
Yeah.
We just know which ones are bad to cut, which ones are good to cut, and which ones are pretty.
This one is more of like a specimen piece, so we really don't mess with it and cut it and stuff like that. But yeah, I just think it's really cool. Like, I'll get a close up of it so you can see it a little bit better. But it's mainly like just these flat crystal type forms. It looks like it's just sheets of blue crystal. That's what it looks like, just all compressed and glued together.
Yeah, it almost looks like rock layers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it is, essentially. But it's just a really cool specimen. And then whenever it's got that flash in there, that little kind of flash, that kind of chatoyance with it,
Mm-hmm.
it definitely looks pretty. So, yeah, I like it too. All right, so the 4th one may surprise people because I would believe they would think it would go further up on the scale, but we have some other ones. So it is Australian boulder opal. Now, do not get me wrong, Australian boulder opal is a beautiful stone. I've even told Lord this is probably my favorite type of opal. It's just, I like the ironized boulder around it. I love the opal forming in the cracks. I love, to think that, it's such an odd and rare piece, each of them, that it's just so hard to really put into words what's fascinating about this. But it is one of the more expensive stones. Trust me, me and Laura, when we went to Franklin.
I think that one little piece of slab cost me $75.
No, this one's $120.
Mm.
Because the 75. No, this is the one I bought you.
Mm-mm.
The $75 one's a different one.
Mm-mm. I bought that one.
You sure you bought this one? Then where's the $120 one?
I think we used it
Very well. But I would love to actually get a slab big enough to at least do a small knife with. Now this is my wife's one, so this
off limits.
Just off limits. Just staying with her. But I would love to get a small Australian boulder opal slab and actually do like some small knife handles out of it. Maybe a case would look good. But yeah, it's a weird stone. It's a fun stone. I mean, you can see all the different patterns in it. It's really cool, and I'm sure Laura will give you an up close of everything and blend all this audio together with it and everything like that. So, yeah, this has to be my fourth favorite, but it's a close fourth.
All right, my fourth favorite, if you don't knock down the table, would have to be grape agate. This is actually, like, out of all the agates, this one's my favorite. Not my favorite stone.
Favorite agate.
My favorite agate. I just like it because it just looks cool. it looks like a bunch of grapes.
Yeah, and grapes is one of our favorite snacks.
Exactly. And I like that this one's more of like a greenish, bluish, purple.
Yeah, it's kind of got the whole spectrum in there.
Yeah, but this one is purple.
Purple.
Yeah, it's got some light purple here and then some like more like violet purple around the back. And it's got some like crystalline areas.
I don't know why, but it always reminds me of grape drink when I look at that one. And I'm like, you know how like they put grapes on purple drink and everything like that, the purple sodas? And I'm like, ooh, now I want a purple soda.
Yeah, but it has like a lot of like
crystallinis
and stuff in this one
and
too.
I'm sure you'll show them a close up of it. But
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why I keep wanting to go on this, but growing up, it was either orange soda, Sunkist, or like if it was a Gatorade, it was always purple Gatorade or something like that. So now I'm legitimately looking at this, I'm getting thirsty for an old style orange Gatorade. Alright, so third favorite stone. Again, may come as a surprise, because I think this would probably be further up on other people's scales here. But it is Gem Dino Bone. So what this is just Dino Bone, but it's gem grade, it's gem quality. I was huge into dinosaurs growing up, I think as everybody was, and ain't no anomaly here. But actually getting to hold it is a different story. Growing up as a kid, I thought the closest I'd ever get to a dinosaur is the stuffed dinosaurs in your room. You know, you never thought I'd actually get to touch dinosaur bone. But here we are. Life takes some crazy turns, that's for sure. So now I'm not only here holding dinosaur bone, but we're doing cool things with it. And who knows, in the future, it gives somebody else an opportunity to have a piece like this and kind of fulfill a little dream of theirs. So, yeah, this has to be my third favorite stone. And again, not that it isn't impressive or anything. It's just, I think the other two just have more sentimental value to me. But this has definitely been cool. I mean, we got this bone from we went to Franklin, and there's a paleontologist that goes there at the Highlands show. And we bought a slab of this stuff from him. And he's a real nice guy. If you're ever at the Franklin Gem and Mineral Show, check him out. We're also going to try to get some more mammoth tooth and do some stuff out of that too. So, yeah, third favorite stone.
My third favorite would have to be this azurite. My favorite color is blue, and I have another piece that's a more specimen piece that has actually azurite crystals in it, but this one has a lot more of the actual deep blues to it. But yeah, it's just mainly because I like blue, and it's just such a deep blue. Like,
you're a blue lover.
I just love blue.
So I got you blue.
Yes. But yeah, it has like a couple darker blues, then it gets lighter as it goes, but it's really pretty. This is more of like more of a specimen piece.
Yeah, I mean, hers are more specimen pieces. Mine are more slabs and already cuts. I think it's just because when she gets one she thinks is really pretty, she doesn't want it touched at all.
Don't want to touch it.
Yeah. So I have to, if I get one that's really pretty, and I'm going, this is getting cut, I have to immediately say that, or she'll go, no, this will be for our future rock room. So That's her. She's made a claim on it before I was able to. So
now I actually got 2 of these. Like the other one you can do with as what you want, but
right.
This one's mine.
Right. Hey guys, if you're liking this video, then please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and we'll get back to the video now. All right. So second favorite stone has got to be Chrysocolla parrotwing. It's a stone I never knew existed. Knew nothing about it. And when I first got into cutting gemstones, it was as a gift to Laura. And I contacted Copper Canyon Lapidary. And I said, hey, look, I'm new to this. I don't know anything about anything. So they pointed me towards their website to see, what kind of stones I would like. And they were on the phone with me while I did it. They were wonderful. I come across this one, and it had the really cool azurite blues and some greens in there, and the reds and the quartz that runs through it. It was kind of like this one. It was definitely more gemmy than this one. Even though this is great quality stuff, I ain't even trying to say it ain't. It's great quality stuff. The first one I got, and maybe it's just because of the way you remember things. Everything always looks wow when you first see something like that. But so I got it, and they gave me a deal on it, and it was actually one of the first stones I cut on the flat lap instead of sandpaper.
Yeah.
And it took me maybe 4 or 5 days to finish that stone, because I only get about an hour a day before I have to go lay down with my back and everything. So to see how that turned out was just beautiful. And I think you may have it in your safe somewhere. But it was actually, I think, one of the first stones I gave to my wife as well, finished off of a cab, and actually used polishing compound and stuff like that to help get the polish out. Use some diamond paste.
I have a collection of cabs and stuff that you give me, so I gotta figure out where it is. I have no idea where it is right now.
She gets the first of every stone that we make. So, if, let's say, I cut a new stone we haven't even seen before, and I cut it, well, she's getting that one. Now, other than that, she's allowed to do whatever she wants to with them, because everything I cut, I give to her. Even the knives, I'll go, here, this is for you, unless, a friend comes up to me and goes, hey, look, I'd really like you to make a knife, and okay, it's no problem. But I try to keep this as much as a hobby that I can enjoy, and she's she's into the jewelry side and everything like that. I just like cutting stones, and I like seeing all the cool and pretty stones there are out there, and it just really makes my day. So so all the stones, unless somebody comes up to me and they're a friend and they go, hey, look, I would really like a stone or something like this for my wife. Okay, I'll cut it for your wife, but once I'm just done cutting the stone, I'll give it to Laura. And if she wants to use it in jewelry, that's fine. If she just wants to keep it, it's fine. But, I just like to cut on them. And same goes for the knives and probably anything else I do in the future. It'll just go to her, and she can decide what she wants to do with it. But that way it keeps this as a passion for me and a hobby, because I don't want to make money off of what I do. I don't. It's not one of those things. It's legitimately just a fun thing to do. It helps with the head. It helps me feel like I'm doing something. So it's just really fun. Yeah. So this is one of the first stones that I really took my time. Took like 4 days working on it. 4 hours in total, I think. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe 4 hours and 30 minutes. I don't know. It was a while though.
That's one of the reasons why I started a jewelry business, is because I have so many cabochons and so many stones, and I'm just like, I have so many, I don't know what to do with.
So, fill up the house eventually.
Yes. So I'm running out of room, so let me just make them into jewelry or knives or whatever and sell them because I'm running out of room.
So and it's something fun. I would say that. I would say that she. Would you say that this would be something you would be interested in if you didn't already have so many of them in there?
Probably because there's so many stones.
It's
and
really
different
cool, isn't it?
kinds, and I even nowadays I see stones that I don't even know about.
Right. We just picked up one.
Yeah.
From Family Stone.
Yeah, I think what was it? The calcite one.
Something.
Like I've never seen this one before, but hey,
I want it.
I want it.
So. That's what she said. I want it.
Mm-hmm.
So
every time we get a package, she's like, "What did you buy now?"
Yeah. So yeah, but this one holds a very special place in my heart for her, just because it's a beautiful stone. It's one of the prettiest stones I've ever seen to begin with, and it's the mine I think is run dry or something like that. Something's going on with the mine, but I'm definitely trying to get at least a stockpile of this stuff. So in the future we can have some to show people as rock and slab form, but also still be able to cabochon some up.
Because we have some that's like different quality too than this. This is like the top grade.
Well, I wouldn't say top. This is probably like a A. This is not like AAA plus. This isn't from the like when they first found the mine. I think they first found the mine in like the 40s or something like that. But this is pretty good quality, especially for now.
Yeah.
I would say, because a lot of this stuff is just getting pulled out of people's garages at estate sales and stuff like that. So Chrysocolla Parrotwing, beautiful stone, a lot of sentimental value. I'd love to be able to collect some, do some cabochons, do some knives out of them, and then set some aside. That way, in the future, we can kind of make more videos on them and stuff like that, and kind of have them out there for everybody to enjoy. But this, definitely, number 2.
Fourth favorite.
Yeah.
Would have to be this. Now I gotta take it out of the
the baggie.
The baggie that it's in.
And I haven't cut this one yet.
No, he's waiting to get a fastening machine, and I'll definitely
definitely needs to
get
go
it close
under.
up.
Yeah, close
but
up.
But this is actual tanzanite.
Yeah, beautiful stone.
It's
and that's rich tanzanite too. Yeah. That's really pretty tanzanite. It's not too dark, but it's not too light either. So when it cuts, it's gonna pop just right.
But I fell in love with tanzanite when I went on a cruise, and we went to the Bahamas, right, where they had a lot of
that. I weren't with you at that point in time. You said that was a cruise before we got together.
Yes, it was like right before we got together.
Yeah.
But
your dad got it.
Yeah, my dad got me a tanzanite ring, which is in the safe where it belongs. But it's just because you can have.
And that's a big tanzanite.
Yeah,
too.
You can have very light purple or this dark, rich, indigo kind of purple.
And then Ranger pops his head up to see what's going on.
And Ranger likes tanzanite too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just got such an array of different colors and everything that it's just really, really pretty. And then it's also like a sentimental thing too, because like I said, my dad got me my first tanzanite ring.
Yeah.
But David got me this for my birthday last year. And when he gets a fastening machine, he's going to fasten it for me.
I'm going to try to leave as much on there as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get some grown kind of synthetic crystal to practice on until I feel pretty confident. And then once that happens, then I'll cut it. But I'm going to try to cut it leave as much as I can on there. So that way she can have a nice big old tanzanite ring.
Mm-hmm.
I
gotta figure out what finger to put it on.
Yeah, she's running out of fingers.
But this ring I have on this hand is an inlay ring. He actually put some tanzanite in this also.
Which one is that one?
The tanzanite and lapis one. You didn't.
Oh yeah.
You didn't do a video on this one, but.
No, I don't think I did.
But I keep it in this little baggie so I don't lose it.
So. Alright guys, now that she's done with hers, this is my favorite gemstone. This is the really cool one. So, this is azurite and malachite. So my favorite color is green, and hers is blue. This has got some really deep and light blues in here, and it's got the greens in here, which is a fan of mine, or I'm a fan of. So this is important because this is the first ever faceted stone I've ever done. So this is all flat. Not only that, but I bought this stone in mind for her. And I also bought this stone knowing good and well it's a very fragile stone that could break. Because they tend to, if you handle them too roughly. So, and I think this is the first full silver setting we ever did for you.
Yeah.
So also,
it's definitely not perfect. There's some.
no, there's some flaws in it,
Yes.
but that's okay because it's the first one we ever done for her, and I'll be honest with you, I'm happy with it. I definitely love the faceted. It's the first time I ever tried it, and she was a big fan of it. This is very special occasion thing.
Yes, it stays in the safe or my jewelry box unless it's like a very special occasion.
Like a very, very
Yes.
special occasion. Like
Like a wedding or something.
Yeah.
Or,
a reception or
Yeah.
something like that. You don't want to wear this at a wedding and show people.
No, don't want that.
So, but this also, azurite malachite is somewhat rare in the gemstone community. It's especially of this beauty and this quality. I think I even bought like a 50,000 grit diamond paste and did this. And now talking about the Chrysocolla parrot wing, spending 4 hours on that one. This one, even though it was faceted, I think I spent a week and a half doing this one. I think I spent about 8 hours doing this one.
Something like that.
It was a long time.
Yeah.
And I had it all cut and everything. I just sit there and polished it for hours and hours and hours. Until I got it perfect, because I knew that with both of these, this was going to be kind of like a more symbolic gift to her than anything. So it was, because it's, our favorite colors and everything like that. And it's just so beautiful, and it was so expensive to even get the rough that, it's something that I knew I had to spend tons of time on to get it right. And this is actually one of the few stones that I ever do that I go, I'm happy with. Usually whenever I cut a stone, I go, I don't like the way this turned out, or I'm always beating myself up on it. Even though everybody else goes, it's great. That's fine. People can go, it's great.
But you always think like it can be better.
It can always be better.
Yeah.
Everything can always be better. I'll never get perfect, but I want to get close. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that you're like, But this one, I was completely satisfied with it. I love this pendant. I put a lot of hard work and effort into this thing. So it was very important, and this will always be one of my favorite stones because of that. We've searched high and low for all kinds of different stones. Azurite malachite is still my most favorite stone ever. Even more than emeralds, and I love emeralds.
And that's saying something.
I love emeralds. This is more. All these stones are more than emeralds, and I love emeralds. So azurite malachite, number one, I think probably never be beaten by mine.
All right, now mine is a Wellow Opal. Now again, I'll do a close up so you can see.
Yeah.
But this Wellow Opal, he made for me. This is actually one of my wedding rings. As you can tell, I'm already wearing another one. This is Spectralite.
Right.
But it's just the different no Wello opal is the same. Like you get all kinds of different.
They got different flashes and different spots no.
There's some that like it's honeycombed effect in there.
It's pretty cool.
And it's just you can try and find one that are identical, but you're never going to find one. But there's Boulder opal, there's Wello opal, we have Andamuka opal. There's just so many opals. Lightning Ridge opals, black opals.
Tons of them.
It's just I was like, okay, I wanted to do the Boulder opal. I wanted to pick this one. I have that. He's like, you can't have all opals. I'm like, okay. So, but opal is like my all time favorite stone, because it's just the characteristics. They're just so unique, and that's what I like about them. Yeah. And then this one is just a sentimental thing too.
Yeah. I think that's the first opal I cut.
Yeah.
Like the first finished opal I ever cut. I cut some spare opals, which were like we knew whenever they were going to come through the mail, we knew they weren't going to be enough to
like practice ones and stuff.
Yeah, because we knew there weren't going to be any flashes in them, so I was just like, all right, I can just cut these to get familiar with how opals cut at first. But that was the first finished one.
Yeah, because you had a video that you showed the opal cutting process. It's a lot different than cutting a cabochon.
Well, they're just so fragile. Yeah. They can break easily. Like if you heat them up too much, they'll start cracking from the inside. A lot can go wrong with an opal, and a very few things can go right. But I think that's what's fun about cutting opals too, is that it's oh boy, is it a challenge.
That's like the Marine Corps mindset you got. It challenges you.
I just wanna
conquer the opal.
Yeah. See the opal, take the opal.
But this one is again another special occasion. Yeah. I don't take this one out because, especially with how high it is,
that's a big opal
and how fragile they are. Yeah. One bump against something and it can crack and it can chip
and it does need to be watered every now and then too. Yeah. Now, thankfully, we live in a very humid environment, so the moisture actually gets to the opal very easily around here. But still, every about 6 months, we try to hydrate it some just to keep it going. But and I think this was actually the first ring we ever did too.
I want to say yes.
Yeah, because we even formed it on the mandrel and everything like that.
That's one of the first silver set rings we have. We have some wire wrapped ones, but the actual bezel setting ring. Yeah. That's one of the first ones we did.
Yeah.
I think nope, that's a prong setting we have. We have a prong.
We did a prong setting, but this is the first one we ever did. And yeah, this was actually a pretty big opal when I started with it. So I think it turned out great. But so guys, that was our top 5 favorite gemstones apiece. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Also, let us know what your favorite gemstone in this video was and why. And if you got a favorite gemstone all your own, let us know and maybe we can cut a cabochon for it or do a jewelry tutorial with it. Who knows, maybe even a knife. So she is going to be doing some jewelry stuff in the future, which will be kind of fun. It's just things are piling up on her plate right now. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. That really does help us out a lot. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.